Hello, everybody, and welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maggie, and this is Maggie Budgets and Plans, the channel dedicated to my journey to pay down debt using the zero-based budget and cash envelope systems. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and do a budget with me for my first self-employed paycheck. Yes, I've been self-employed now for a week as of today, Monday, April 8th. And so I'm gonna go ahead and budget for my first weekly paycheck from my own business. Wow, so weird and so amazing to say. So if that's interesting to you guys at all, go ahead and stick around. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It has been a while since we've done anything on the personal budget, but we are here now, and let's go ahead and jump right in. I just realized I forgot to update this overall monthly calendar. But yes, let's jump in because I didn't film the setting up of this monthly calendar. So I just want to take you guys through what I've done so far. I also didn't film my budget with me for my last paycheck in March or my first paycheck in April. So those guys, I'll just get you filled up in right now. So this is April 8th is the day that I'm filming it. And this is my first payday from my self-employed income. And this payday here was from my part-time job as a legal assistant. And then, so all of these expenses have been taken care of, the ones that are crossed off. Going forward, this month is going to be a little interesting in terms of budgeting because I've decided to pay myself weekly from my own business. So I've got paydays on the 8th, the 15th, to the 22nd, and the 29th from my own business. I also have a payday on the 15th from my part-time job as a legal assistant because I am still working there. I also have my last paycheck from the salon on the 12th, and that's for my last week of work in March. I get paid that at the end of this week. So I haven't allocated any bills yet for this paycheck, my last paycheck from the salon, or this paycheck from the law firm. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to play out right now. And I wanted to make sure I was accounting for all of my bills out of the income that I know is coming in from my own business. So this is the stuff we're budgeting for today. We've got Acorn, iCloud, and Adobe. And then I also included half of the personal loan that's coming out next week. So that way this week is a big expensive week because I've got my personal loan and my health and car insurance payment all in 1 week. And that's a lot to come out of one paycheck. So I decided to split that personal loan payment. But let's jump into this paycheck. Oh, that's what I was going to say. All of these things in orange have already been budgeted for and accounted for. And I do have $300 currently in my buffer account reserved for my rent in May. That's going to be one of the big differences for me in terms of paying myself weekly out of the business, is that I'm very used to having my last paycheck of the month or my first paycheck of the month from my full-time job at the nail salon be like what all of my rent comes out of, and I can't do that anymore. I have to budget my rent out of each paycheck. So I gave myself a little jump start by putting $300 aside for my May rent already to make that a little easier for these first 4 paychecks. So let's go ahead and jump into the worksheet and figure out where we are. So this is how everything is looking right now. So I've got the $5 for Acorn, $11 for iCloud, $24 for Adobe, and then $165 for my personal loan. You can see that I started to write in May rent and I stopped just because I know that I already have that $300 in the bank, and my sinking funds for necessities like gas and food and stuff like that are very, very low, and I need to replenish them. So I'm gonna do that out of this paycheck. So speaking of paycheck, the amount that I decided to pay myself this week is $600. So my total income is $600. And then let's add up these expenses. So we have 5 plus 11 plus 24 plus 165 equals $205. Perfect. Minus 600 leaves us with $395 to budget with. So $395. So $395. Let's go ahead and just like jump right in. Let's take a look at where we are at high priority wise. I need what do I need? I need 20, 40, 60. It's been so long since I've done this, since I've paid into these funds. I'm like trying to remember how I do this. All right, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Optical and vet are fully funded. Now, the way I want to treat these high priority categories is that I put $20 into each of them every, well, it was out of every full-time paycheck, but I can't do that anymore. But the idea is to put $20 into each of these categories. And then once I've fully funded a category, take the $20 I would normally put into that category and put it into another category. But let's see, how much would that be? So if I did 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, that'd be $160 right there. 235. I think I can actually do that. I think we can actually do that. So 160. So let's start right here. So we've got car, debt, dental, emergency, house, and medical, because optical and vet are both fully funded. So dental I know is going to be 20, emergency is going to be 20, house is going to be 20, medical is going to be 20, and then the extra $40 that I would have put into optical and vet, I'm going to go ahead and put into debt and make that 60, because I owe taxes to the state of New Mexico where I live. I've created an agreement with the IRS so that I don't have to pay them what I owe till September, but I do owe the state of New Mexico some taxes for last year, like $75, and I owe that by April 15th. So that is why I want to put more into debt right now. So car is going to get the $20 it would normally get for savings, but then I also need to add in more for gas. So we're at $395 minus 60 minus 20, 40, 60, 80 minus 80 equals 255. So minus 20. Oh, and I only have to put in enough gas for the car for this week. I don't have to go past this week because I'm paying myself weekly now. I'm just like switching my brain around to the way that I think about this, because I'm so used to budgeting bi-weekly or making one paycheck like last longer. But I don't need to do that right now. So I'm going to do $30 in gas. So that means I need 2 20s and a 10. So let's go ahead and see where we are at after this first. So we have 50 plus 60 plus 20, 40, 60, 80. I think I've counted that like 5 times. So that's at 190. I've decided to start keeping track as I go because I tend to hit a point of getting very confused. So that leaves us with 205 available. So food is my next one that I'm thinking about, wanting to make sure that I'm paying into food. And I think food is going to get a flat $100. We're just going to keep it nice and easy, and we are going to do that as 5 20s. So we're going to subtract $100 for food for myself. We are going to go ahead and do pet supplies, so that's Nova. Miss Nova is going to get $20 for pet supplies. Okay, so that leaves me with $85, which I think I want to go ahead and pay, thank you, miss, I need that pen, into some savings challenges, because I haven't done that in a couple months now, because I have been so focused on paying into starting the business. So let's go ahead and get some dice out and pay into some savings challenges. Let's start with our roll the dice challenge. See, Miss Nova, as soon as the dice comes out, she's like, ooh, what's this? Alrighty. So for roll the dice, let me get this out. So roll the dice. We are going to go ahead and roll the D6 to figure out how many times we're going to roll the D4. 4 times. So now I need the D4, this one, the triangle-sided dice, and let's see what this says. So that's a 2, a 1. You guys should see it. Nova is right there and she's staring at me as I'm throwing these dice. A 3, and lastly, a 1. So that means in roll the dice, we've got $7. A nice, simple amount, just $7 into roll the dice. So I'm just gonna put this over here so that way I can keep track of what I'm paying into. So we're gonna do roll the dice is gonna get $7, and that'll be 2 singles and a 5. Okay, and then the next savings challenge I want to pay into. The rest of these, I'm okay letting them be for the moment. Yes, those are all good to go. So let's go ahead and pay into the 100 envelope challenge. So let's grab, do I want to do the D20 or do I want to do a D10? I might do a D10 for today, just because I don't have a ton of money left. Or a D12. Let's do a D12. Let's do the D12. Oh, and it's a 2. Well, I haven't paid into that one yet, so it is one that needs to get paid into. So 100 envelopes. That's kind of a little sad, but you know, it is what it is. The dice have spoken. They understood that I was starting to get a little stressed about the money that I was going to put into savings. So we're going to do $2 into that challenge. So let's total up where we are again. So we had 100 plus 20 plus 7 plus 2 equals 129 plus 190 equals 319 minus 395 means we've got $76 left to play with. So $1, let me do that, 76 minus 1. So we're gonna put $1 into savings challenges because I'm not gonna budget with just a single dollar bill. Saving challenges is gonna get $1. And then it leaves us with 75 available. Let's take a look at the things I'm knocking over. There we go. Okay, let's look at our medium priority categories and where these guys are looking. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. So I can't do $10 into each of them, but I can do, I am going out with my friends this week. So that would actually be a really good thing for me to spend, put some money into. I also know that I'm going to be traveling. Let's do 20s. Let's do that, because I also know that I've got a waxing appointment coming up. Let's do this. Actually, I'm not going to spend into friends because I have some money in Venmo, so I'll use my Venmo money for that. So let's do $75. I'm like trying to figure this out. Let's do 25 40, 60, and 15. Let's do that. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and do new cat is gonna get $20 because I really do want to start paying into that again. We're gonna do weed is gonna get $15, a 5 and a 10. Waxing is gonna get $20. And then travel is gonna get $20. So that should be 20, 40, 60, 75, $76 for this last little chunk that I've added up. So let's double check this. So we do 190, which is everything through medical, plus food through 100 envelopes of 129, and then savings challenges through travel adds up to 76. Yep, 395. Perfect. That worked out nice and easy. And then that's all going to be stuffed physically. None of those are going to be digital envelopes. So I'm going to need to tally up all of this that I need. So I'm going to need 150, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 20s. Then 1, 2, 3 10s, 2 $5 bills, and then 5 single dollar bills. So that would be $5 for there, $10 there, $30 there, $50 there, and I don't know what 20 times 15 is, so we're gonna use the calculator. $300 in 20s. Perfect. So let's add this up just to make sure. So we have 300 plus 50 plus 30 plus 10 plus 5, 395. Oh, I love it when the math works out beautifully. So I will go ahead and get my teller slip filled out off camera. But yes, there we go, you guys. That is my first personal budget with me for my income from my self-employed job. It's kind of amazing to realize that like all of this money that's going towards these categories is money that I earned doing what I love, and it just feels so amazing. So amazing, and very much what I needed in my life right now is for all of this to be going well and smoothly and for there to be no catastrophes. So that's been going great so far. I hope you are all having an amazing time and that you are taking care of yourselves and your loved ones and that you're finding joy in your life wherever you can. And I will see you guys for the next video, which will be a cash stuffing. We'll have a business cash stuffing, and then we will also have a personal cash stuffing. So yes, I will see you guys again then. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye. Miss.